It's an overcast morning on this school campus in eastern India. Breakfast has already been served. Dishes washed. And classes are about to begin. But not before the students gather for some light exercise. Announcements. And most important, worship and prayer. This is the Binjipali Seventh-day Adventist School. Tucked in a rural area in the state of Odisha, Binjipali is a small village of mostly farmers.
It has about 200 to 50 people, and the name of the village is Binjipali. It is in the district of Sambalpur, and the people over here are very poor.
Given the socio-economic status of the surrounding population, it's surprising that the Binjipali school has 240 students. The majority are Christian, with a small population of children from other belief systems. But there are a number of reasons why this school is attracting students.
So, over here in this area, at a radius of about 12 to 15 kilometers, there is no Christian school over here. Yes. And also there is no English medium school which has their subjects in English. So, the children, when they come over here, there are some children, they are from different religions they come from, but the parents they want a good moral behavior of the children. And once they come over here, the curriculum that we have, they like it so much.
An English medium school indicates that all academic subjects are taught in the English language, a holdover from when India was under British rule. This is a point of debate, as some Indians advocate for an emphasis on local language-based education, such as Hindi. But others believe that fluency in English will provide their child with a distinct advantage when it comes to careers. However, English medium schools are typically private, requiring fees, and therefore reserved for the middle and upper class. But at Binjipali, as with many Adventist schools around the world, Christian education is seen as a mission outreach. The goal is to make values-based education accessible to a wide swath of people. So, various charity organizations provide financial aid for families in need. Sudhir says that many kids at Binjipali receive scholarships.
So, we find sponsorship for the children, and of course the amount of fees that we collect is a very small amount of fees we are able to collect, since the people are very poor. So to run the school, a small amount of fees we charge them.
Veda is 16 years old. Veda's family is Hindu, but his uncle recommended that he attend Binjipali. So far, Veda and his family have been happy with the school, even as it is Christian.
We did not disrespect any religion, we respect every religion you study. No, they are not nervous, but they are happy that my children is studying in English medium school, SDA, and they are thinking that he will study here and he will make a good life, he will be succeed, and I want to make my parents happy and relatives happy.
The academic program at Binjipali offers primary and secondary education with standard courses like math, government, history, chemistry, and computers. But the school also provides a variety of extracurriculars. Following their school day, students engage in fun and more practical courses with their teachers. There's martial arts, sports, sewing, crafts, and even dance.
The thing I like about this school is our teachers. They're very friendly, they're very compassionate. When we have a problem, every time they help us.
There is a busy, cheerful vibe on campus, the sign of a healthy school with happy students. But there was one problem: the facilities. They were falling apart.
So, the school and the church over here in Binjipali began at the same time, that is in 1946, and one of the Adventists with the surname of Barla, they are the ones who have given this land, 2 acres of land, for the growth of the church and for the school. It was a mud house initially, and just 3 classrooms, and ultimately the local children started to study here, and it went on for a quite long number of years. The church pastor was the one pastor, and his wife used to run the school. But formerly it started in 1997, where a principal was appointed over here, and then the classes started to grow.
When Sudhir started in 2016, the school went up to grade 5. But once the students left Binjipali, they had a hard time finding another school to attend, at least one that matched the quality of Binjipali.
So I started to increase the class 6th, 7th, 8th, and now we are up to 10th grade. And we started to get the Adventist teachers over here, and the number of children started to increase since then.
The increase was nice, but the problem was the lack of space.
So it was a tough time as we started to increase the classes, since we had only up to 5th grade. That too, the children were sitting on the floor, and we didn't have a proper classroom. Very few proper classrooms we had initially, and few of the classrooms they met under the trees.
The old classrooms, they were like all the paint, it had weared off, and it was like a bit dusty. We didn't have even table or benches to sit. We used to sit on the ground in the mats, and we didn't even have blackboards. Sometimes we used to also sit on the ground under the trees, or in the hot sun we had to sit.
Beyond the classrooms, there was nowhere for the students to eat or congregate. The kitchen was a soot-stained mess where the cooks had to work inside a black cloud of smoke. But worst of all was the housing. When we come back, we take a look at the desperate dorm situation at Binjipali.
Have you ever met someone who didn't like waterfalls? We haven't either. The dollars you give to Maranatha Volunteers International are creating waterfalls. Like this one in India, in Kenya, and Brazil. Maranatha is bringing clean, accessible water to hundreds of communities. Water for all that eases the burden on these women and their families. Water that in some cases would have to be purchased, depleting monthly income. Water that is safe to drink and share with a neighbor. Water to grow a garden. Water for children going to school. So the next time you're inspired by one of these, think about saving a life with one of these.
For nearly 8 decades, the Binjipali Adventist School has been sharing the light of the gospel with its campus community and beyond. But when it comes to visible light, Binjipali has been struggling. Its infrastructure needs help. All of their spaces are old, crumbling, cramped, and dark. Nowhere has that been more evident than in its dormitories. Out of the 240 students at Binjipali, 200 students stay on campus. But their living quarters leave a lot to be desired. This is the girls' quarters. Made up of several small rooms, the space feels more like a prison than a home. In each room, girls are doubled up on bunk beds.
In one bed, 2, 3, they sleep. And it is very crowded. No place to keep their things also.
The children had to lie down under the, or we can say on the floor. They had to sleep. Like no proper bed. In one bed, two or maybe three, the students, they have to sleep together. That was the condition.
Their washroom, connected to the sleeping area, is decrepit. Sometimes it floods, leaving a mess and the stench of sewage.
Shower toilet is not there. They take bath in down floor. They'll take water from the tank and they'll take bath.
All staff also live in the dorms, where the school has managed to carve out a space for teachers or couples to share. It is a single room with an old bathroom, but there is no kitchen. Some staff have a small propane stove in the corner where they can prepare a small meal.
When I first came, there was a small room. We used to, 3-4 of us staff we used to share and stay, just like children, along with the students.
The roof of the girls' complex has holes and gaps, causing leaks during the rainy season and rodents to crawl through year-round.
And it is very hard time for us to stay. During rainy season, all the water enter inside, and all our things get wet.
On the boys' side, the kids stay in a large room on the second floor of a classroom complex. During the day, the space is divided to designate different classroom spaces. The noise is not containable, and it is disruptive to the educational experience. At night, the boys set up their beds. A portion of the kids sleep shoulder to shoulder on a long line of mattresses. Most of them sleep on the hard floor. They may not have mattresses, but they do have mosquito nets, which are hung over upside-down benches and desks from their classroom. The same second floor houses a classroom, dean's apartment, and the principal's home.
At present, all our house staff, we are adjusting along with the children, and even myself, I am staying in a classroom with a temporary kitchen made and a washroom.
Sudhir and his wife share a bedroom with their daughter. There is no privacy other than thin sheets that serve as makeshift walls. It's a humble life, but Sudhir and his wife believe that this is where they belong.
The moment I entered the campus, a dark kind of feeling came into my heart that will really my family be able to stay in this campus? Yeah. So, but then I came and entered the office. I knelt down and prayed to God. God, do you really want me to work over here and make this place a better place to live in for the children? And after the prayer, I felt very light. I called up my wife and I said that, look, God wants us to be here and we need to work for these children.
In the past 8 years, Sudhir and his team have worked hard to improve the school, but with little to no extra funds. Sudhir knew there was only so much they could do for the physical plant of Binjipali. From the start of his tenure, Sudhir and his staff prayed for God's help. Then, inspiration arrived in the form of social media.
Once in the Facebook, I saw about the work of the Maranatha, and I could see that they are building churches and schools. They have been helping the poor and needy ones, and I just put a post there that can you please help us? We have a school where there are children who have much need, and I got the reply immediately.
It was probably 8 years back, and when I was at a division council meeting, and the principal was always persistent, kept on sending emails to me asking, you should come and visit our school, you should come and visit our school. And in God's own timing, I was able to go and visit the school. And when I went there, I just couldn't believe the condition that school was in. And I was thinking, okay, how in the world these kids are still going to this school, where they had not even the basic amenities, not even a basic toilet facility, not even a dorm that they can call their own, where they can have their own bed. And the situation in one word I can say was pathetic over there. And so we took up the project, we started working on it, and the differences can be seen now.
In 2023, Maranatha began construction on new classrooms, offices, bathrooms, along with a dining hall and kitchen.
It was very nice. Means before we had to sit on the classrooms in the ground, and now we had got all the benches, the blackboards, and it's very, very nice. All with the windows, everything. It feels very happy.
It is very marvelous and it's nice, I feel, because before we used to teach with a chalk piece, dust and all, as well as no proper board sometimes. But here with new furnitures and whiteboard, marker, feel nice. Handwriting also comes good, and even students are also very responsive.
We have added a cafeteria which has a seating capacity of 150 to 200 students that can eat their hygienic and nutritious meals. Plus, we have done a very beautiful kitchen for that lady. And when we asked that lady, tell us, how do you feel? She said, she had only one word to say: now I can breathe. And that just, melted my heart and said, okay, we could see the joy on her face.
Now we are cooking in the gas cylinder, so there is no smoke and all. We can say they got the privilege in sitting on the tables and eating. Previously they used to sit anywhere around, like wherever they get place they have to sit. But now they got a place to sit and eat, so it's a big opportunity for them.
But the biggest changes are still coming. Maranatha constructed new dormitories and bathrooms for the boys that were completed in early 2024. Staff apartments are nearly complete. This existing two-story building is being renovated. On the first floor, all classrooms are being upgraded with new electrical, stucco, and paint. There will be laundry rooms where kids can properly wash their clothes. Upstairs, the large space will be converted to a massive dormitory for the girls, with an expansion to include an attached bathroom with sinks, showers, and toilets. And last but not least, even Sudhir and his family will be facing a change. Maranatha is building a new principal's home. One with actual bedrooms, a kitchen, living room, and bathrooms.
So, as we had been praying, and it took almost for us to 6 years for God to practically bring Maranatha over here, and still we had a doubt in our heart. Still we had a doubt, even when the Maranatha visited, even when they started the groundbreaking. So we were each time thinking that okay, it must be just one classroom they are going to make and go away, or it must be just a dining cafeteria and go away. But as they started to, then our faith started to increase, as they started to stay and work. As we said it, and God started to answer each time our prayer.
When we come back, we look at the changes happening on campus that go beyond infrastructure and straight to the heart.
Elizabeth used to spend hours fetching water for her family. The nearest well was several kilometers away, and every day she had to make at least 3 trips there and back. Today, Elizabeth's life is different. Maranatha Volunteers International drilled a well in her village. Now, her access to water takes only minutes, which means Elizabeth has more time and more water. Enough to plant fruit trees and a vegetable garden. Life is changing for Elizabeth and her family, thanks to water. Give water, give life.
Anyone can build a church. Simply give just $10 each month, and your donation, along with thousands of others, will fund a new place of worship every month. The potential for change is all around you. All you have to do is look.
The Binjipali school is undergoing great change. From new classrooms and kitchens to bathrooms and dorms, the campus is sure to be a sparkling gem in this region. But the physical beauty of the school is not the only goal. In fact, it's not even the main objective. Maranatha's schools share the gospel. They plant the seeds of hope and grace found in Jesus Christ. And a better facility means teachers and students can better focus on teaching and learning this lesson. A better facility means more students will want to study here and be transformed by what they hear. Students like Veda. After years of studying at Binjipali, Veda has felt his heart changing.
I think that I know the true God. The love of the God. Because the love of the God is abundance.
Veda says he yearns to learn more about Christianity, to be baptized, but he knows he must wait a little longer out of respect for his parents' faith. But he says he hopes things will change as he gets older.
And when I grew up, like when my parents will be old, I may convince in that time that I want to be a Christian, I want to be an Adventist boy or Adventist man.
As the children are growing up, they are coming to know about the true God. And we have many children who are non-Adventist, non-Christians, and they would like to accept Jesus. And at many times as we have the meetings and all, they stand up to give their hearts to Jesus. We are so happy that whatever the need is there for the school, through Maranatha, we are able to provide for we hope that we will be able to provide for the children a better place to study, and they will be better human beings in the school over here as they study over here.
In the coming years, Binjipali has a goal to welcome 500 more students, doubling their current enrollment. As the only Christian school in the region, they have a mission to shine the light of God's love to as many people as possible. In the next year, Maranatha will continue to work at the Binjipali campus, following in the footsteps of numerous schools in India that have been transformed by the generosity of people like you.
By the end of this 2025, they are expecting around 35,000 students studying in the schools that has been built by Maranatha in this country. And when we look at 35,000, imagine 35,000 parents, we are reaching 35,000 parents. And that is another way where we can actually tell them about Jesus.
But in a country of more than 1 billion, where the majority have not yet even heard the name of Jesus Christ, there is still more work to be done. Be a part of the mission to share the good news through education by supporting our efforts at Binjipali and in India. The work taking place at Binjipali would have never been possible without the generous support of donors like you. But we still need your help. Make a donation and help us to provide an incredible center of hope and influence for these children as they grow in wisdom, stature, and bountiful faith.